all alone. Nobody, but nobody can make it out here alone. Now, if you listen closely, I will tell you what I know. The storm clouds are gathering. The wind is going to blow. The human race is suffering, and I can hear the moan, because nobody, but nobody can make it out here alone. Powerful, right? That was an extract of Maya Angelou's speech written in 1975 called Alone. It might not seem obvious, but it is extremely relevant to our time now because loneliness is at an all-time high. A Harvard study found that 36% of young Americans and a shocking 61% of all young adults experience serious loneliness. Here we are in the most connected time ever. Instant messaging, Snapchats, you name it. I mean, the stats back it up. In 2004, 1.7% of the world's population was online on social media. Now, that number is 62%, 5 billion people. Yet we feel so disconnected. There's that space. And this is why it is key to address the importance of mapping the future of human connection. Because if we can't connect with one another, if we can't unite, converse, anything, how are we going to solve these pressing problems of climate change, socioeconomic problems, diseases, anything? And it's sad to think because since the dawn of time, humans have been united and connected. I mean, the cavemen hunted and gathered together, warmth, telling stories at the fire. The Egyptians created the pyramids using millions of people with teamwork. The Romans, their empire was based on interconnection. Even our global economies and businesses now rely on interconnection. And that is why loneliness contradicts everything about this. It washes everything that we have thrived for as a human race. What is the exact definition of loneliness, though? It's an idea, perception, or feeling of feeling isolated or disconnected between oneself and others. And it seeps into everything we do. A Harvard business study found that 67% of employees who work online remotely experience higher burnout rates, lower engagement, and struggle to make workplace friendships. And there are health implications to this. Research consistently shows that individuals who work online can have a higher chance of getting depression, cognitive decline, including dementia, and other health problems. So are we really sacrificing genuine connection to be able to do a Zoom call in our pajamas? And it is also scary to think that us teenagers sitting in the room right now can be part of this statistic. And some of us already are. It was found by Pamela Courter at the Manchester Institute of Education that children who experience loneliness at a young age have a higher chance of experiencing all of these health issues, such as cognitive decline, depression, and much more. This cycle is based off social media heavily in our time now. Medibank, a well-renowned research center, found that 55% of teenagers who spend their time online between the ages of 16 and 24 have a higher chance of getting these experiences of negative health, and because of social media. And let's be honest, teenagers. I mean, after a long day of school and maybe your after school activities, you get home, you do your homework, you have a shower, you get in bed, you watch Netflix, and you scroll on Instagram or TikTok. Obviously, after you've told your parents you're studying for your AP statistics. So, let's put two and two together. Being online majority of the time equals the staple of loneliness we are experiencing now as a race. And loneliness equals the self-destruction of our connection and human race. This self-hurt, self-isolation reminds me of a story my granny used to tell me when I was a child, called The Selfish Giant by Oscar Wilde. And the story goes as this. A long time ago, there was once a beautiful garden. Lush grass, beautiful trees everywhere. Birds used to sing the most amazing songs ever. And children used to play in it every single day to their heart's desire. One day, when the giant came back from a long journey, he was angered to see children playing in his garden. He said, "Get out of my garden. You need to keep out." And he built high-rise walls surrounding his garden with signs saying, "Keep out." Unbeknown to him, a harsh winter came. The grass died. The trees never blossomed. The birds never sang. And the giant, while the giant felt empty, he felt lonely. Days, months, years passed. The giant still felt the sense of loneliness, and the winter in his garden was still there. Until one morning he woke up and he heard the most amazing tune he hadn't heard in so many years. He rushed to where the sound was coming from and found a hole in the wall, and he saw a child jump through. The child had snuck into his garden, and as soon as the child landed, the whole space around him grew. The grass grew, a tree blossomed, and more birds came. Feeling a sense of more fullness, less lonely, connected with the child, and he broke down all of the high-rise walls and took down all of the signs and let the children come in and play. The whole garden became the summer, autumn, and spring, and the winter in the garden disappeared, but the winter in the giant did as well. Just like the giant, we need to get rid of this self-isolation, the barriers, the high-rise walls we have given to ourselves. We need to let the joy and the connection that we can have with each other come through now. Because, like I said, it is crucial at this moment. And just like Maya Angelou warns us, nobody can make it out here alone, our very own South African philosophy, Ubuntu, reminds us that I am because we are. And the way to do this, you might be asking me, how? How can we take this first step? Is put down your phone. It is more important to be face to face than screen to screen. Thank you.